What's up you silly gooses, and welcome to a new video. In this video, we are going to try to ruin Chelsea as much as possible on FIFA 14. First, we have to make our next Jose Mourinho. His name is going to be Mr. Bad, and he will bring greatness back to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea were actually a pretty good side back in 2014. Let's look at the squad, and here we have a bunch of world-class players such as Eden Hazard, Juan Mata and Gary Cahill. Our next step now is to go on and transfer list every single one of them. I can't transfer list players that have been recently bought, so I will just have to release them. Our main goal is to get rid of as many good players as possible and replace them with the worst players you could possibly think of, or at least players you would never see play for Chelsea. As you see, we have already started getting offers in for players such as Demba Ba, Lukaku and Petr Cech. I accepted those bids without hesitation. I accepted every bid I could get, in hope of getting rid of every player as soon as possible. With the loss of our strikers Demba Ba and Lukaku, we needed some new strikers. Who better than the legendary Glenn Murray? Ricky Lambert was also a player I was keen on. He impressed me really during his Liverpool days, and I was just so eager to get him to Chelsea and make him world-class like before. We also needed aerial strength, and I looked no further than Peter Crouch. He was destined to play at Stamford Bridge for us. We also needed a new first-team goalkeeper, and who better than the mighty Brad Jones? I thought swapping him for De Bruyne was a smart, tactical decision. I had a few more bids coming in that I accepted, and I also had a few players confirmed coming in. This squad is going to compete for the league, I have no doubts. Just imagine the striker partnership of Ricky Lambert and Glenn Murray, the holy dream duo. Add Peter Crouch in there, and they will win you the Champions League. Now we say goodbye to Courtois, you had a good run. It's Brad Jones' time. Peter Crouch and Brad Jones are now officially ready to join us. Now it's time for our first game of this career, and it's a friendly. Let's see how this amazing lineup does at the mighty bridge against Rayo Vallecano. Do you think we'll win? Of course we'll win. Never mind we didn't win, but who cares? Ricky Lambert got a goal. Our next friendly was against Atletico Madrid, who were slightly better than the last side we met. Diego Costa scores 2 against us, maybe we should have signed him instead. Anyway, here is a quick summary of some of our big-name signings we made now. Do you rate these players? Have you even heard of these players? Let me know in the comments. Our last friendly is up, and we actually managed to win 3-0 with our boy Glenn Murray scoring a goal. As you see, we secure a few more signings which will help the squad reach the goals this season. By that I mean relegation. Anyway, it's time for our first league game of the season. This is the current lineup, and can I be honest, this team deserves to go down. Look at the state of these players. If we don't go down this season, it's a miracle. The game starts, and it ends 2-2, with our best players Crouch and Murray scoring our first goals of the season. Well done to them. I'd say we are lucky to get away here with a point. Our next game against Aston Villa ends pretty good, with us securing a 2-0 loss at home. Up the Blues, am I right guys? Up next we have secured 2 fantastic signings for the future. We have signed Jean-Arne Riis and Guy Demel. These are the modern-day fullbacks, much like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andrew Robertson, mark my words. We had an important game up against Manchester United, which ended up as a 3-1 loss somehow. I don't understand how we could lose so much with this squad. Up next, I have secured the signing of the century. For a whopping £55 million plus Victor Moses, I present to you Matthew Etherington. Now it's transfer deadline day, and here you can see the biggest transfers this window. Murray, Wayland and Etherington tops the list, and the 4th and 5th most expensive transfers are probably ours as well. This reminds me of Chelsea in real life, actually. Now it's time to look at our final squad for the season, and as you see, we are down to 4 stars. Do you guys rate this squad? Look at all these fantastic players. Now it's time for a Capital One Cup game against Cardiff, and would you look at that, the GOAT Murray scores 2 goals. I have decided that I will just send through all the games and show you instead of just simming to the end of the season. So be ready now for a compilation of match results that we probably will win.
Underneath the stars where the night is cold, in the dark of night the demons hide bold. A dance of shadows with the rising sun, whispers in the dark, a battle to be won. My eyes wide open, heart starts to pound.
Okay guys, now we are in the January transfer window. I have decided that it's time to simulate to the end of the season, after having shown you how much we suck, and that we have lost. First, I will show you guys a small squad report showing how much our players have developed into the world-class talents that they are. Is there any surprises in here? If you have made it this far, comment Carabao Cup 2024. By the way, who do you guys think will win this weekend? I hope that Liverpool wins it, but I'm kinda scared, not going to lie. It's probably going to end 0-0, as the two previous finals, but let's pray. Okay guys, now we are at the end of the season. As you can see, we end up finishing 14, with a staggering 38 points. I actually thought we would get relegated, but my fantastic managerial skills made us stay up. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully I get to stay for one more season, and make this team even better. No, never mind, I'm sacked. My contract is terminated. It was a good run. I get the offer to take over Crystal Palace, which I do. Hopefully I can meet Chelsea in the future and beat them. My next step is to simulate to January 2015, and see what has happened to Chelsea, and where they are in the league. As you can see, they have become a mid-table team, and are currently sitting at 12th. It's good, but I expected them to get relegated. Hopefully their players will get older and retire, and they will go down soon. Now we are almost at the end of the season, and they are in 10th place. They didn't make it far in the cups, and got knocked out by Manchester United in the round of 16. Now it's time to simulate to January 2016. As you can see, us being in the league has made Chelsea stay in 15th place instead of 16th. I like the progress, and hopefully they can go down at the end of the season. But what is this? It's the end of the season, and look where they are. They are in 11th. How have they done this? I really don't know. Here are their team stats, and Ricky Lambert is absolutely cooking something for them. Hopefully he retires as soon as possible. They didn't do well in the cups this year as well, and got knocked out in the Capital One Cup round of 16. Time for a new season, and let's skip to January 2017. They are currently in 17th place, and it's looking good for them. Hopefully if they have gone down at the end of the season, let's skip to it. No way, they have somehow managed to get 10th place after being in 17th place for so long. Let's skip to January 2018, and see where they are now. They are still struggling, and they are in 15th place. Let's skip to the end now, and see where they are. They ended up in 17th place, and almost got relegated. Now I believe they will get relegated next season. Let's try it one more time to see. Would you look at that? It's the end of the season, and Chelsea are in last place. Guys, we have done it. We have finally ruined Chelsea. As you can currently see, I'm the Chelsea manager. How can that be? I got fired at Crystal Palace, and got offered the job at Chelsea. Here's the Chelsea squad, and look at that. It's in shambles. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and leave a like if you want me to continue ruining them in this save.